What's up, everybody? J Dark here. I've been in a few arguments since I uploaded that last video about the Drunken Peasants, and why I think the podcast. A lot of people disagree. A lot of people think, no, I'm wrong. It's just creative differences. It had nothing to do with the fans. Some people will concede and say, okay, maybe the fans were a bit of a factor, but it's mostly the creative differences between Ben and TJ. And I want to clarify that I'm not calling TJ a liar, okay? And I believe him when he says that he believes that is the reason it ended, okay? And I believe that is a big part of it. But I also believe that an equally big part of it is the fans, okay? This is a toxic fan base, alright? One that I've been a part of for over 2 years, and I've experienced the bullshit, okay? I've experienced the autistic faggots freaking out over every little change. And I've noticed some things, okay? One of the things I've noticed is that there were a lot of changes made in the last 2 years, especially, okay? Especially in the last year of the show. There were a lot of changes. And changes that the Drunken Peasants themselves seemed very excited about, okay? And the fans, at every turn, were against them. Not all the fans, okay? There were fans who were like, yeah, whatever, it's the Drunken Peasants, I'll follow you guys till the ends of the earth, and I'm not saying we all need to be that, okay? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the people who find a reason to get upset about every little change, those people are the problem, okay? Back when they introduced Ryby to the show, I'm gonna be honest, I liked it. I liked Ryby. I liked the idea of having Ryby come to read the crazy Craigslist ads on every whenever they did the segment, I liked that idea, and I was all for it, but the fans fucking hated it. The peasants themselves seemed to like that idea. They seemed excited about it. These days, when you bring up Ryby, you'll hear a lot of the peasants, berating Ryby and saying, oh, Ryby sucks, Ryby's garbage. Why do they say that? Because that's the attitude of the fans. That's the attitude of the majority of the fans. So they can't sit and dig in their heels and say, no, Ryby's great, we're going to keep Ryby on the show. It doesn't work, right? Hypothesis was a good idea. Not a great idea. It had its issues, but the fans hated it. So it had to go. More recently, there were a lot of changes. Hypothesis being brought back and being integrated into the show as the news segment. I thought that was a good thing. I also thought less videos, more articles was also a good thing, although I did like the videos. Fans, however, were not happy about this. Fans never seem to be happy about any changes. Okay, I've only listed a few, but there have been a lot. There have been a lot of changes to the Drunken Peasants podcast, and there have been a lot of whiny fucking faggots in the comments, in the chat, on the Discord, in the subreddit, all over the place, whining and bitching and complaining about every little change. You know what's the difference between The Drunken Peasants and you know, a similar program on television. The difference is that the Drunken Peasants listen to their fans and they care what their fans say as much as they pretend that they don't. Okay, they pretend they don't give a shit about what the fans say, but we all know that they do because they keep making changes in order to try and please us. Okay? So when you're dealing with a fan base that is unpleasable and you're dealing with people who sincerely want to please those fans, it's a recipe for disaster, okay? And sure, like, there have been creative differences. There were probably creative differences from the very start. But if you look at the way the show has evolved, if you look at the way that things have gone, it's quite clear that a lot of those creative differences probably have to do with the fans bitching and complaining. So whatever, disagree with me, tell me I'm fucking wrong, tell me I'm an idiot. Say whatever the fuck you like, but I am standing by what I said. The fans are a bunch of unpleasable, self-entitled assholes that have held this show hostage for too long. And I don't know which out of Ben and TJ has decided to constantly placate the fans. I would... I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not even going to guess. Okay? And it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay? Because... the fans are just unpleasable. That's a fact. Okay? And people that are saying, oh, just let the Drunken Peasants die, you know, they're not helping the situation. Okay? TJ posted a tweet. He posted a poll on Twitter asking the fans if they want the show to continue. They want Ben to continue the show with a new cast. And a lot of people are unhappy about that and reluctantly say, yeah, go ahead. But there are a lot of people who are digging in their heels and saying, no, the show is only good with the original cast. Fuck you. We don't want changes. Well, fuck you. Things change, okay? It's better to have a show that's different than no show at all, okay? At least let Ben try and continue the show, see what he does with it, and then decide if it's complete shit. But you people that are so against any change, who won't even allow this to happen, who are digging in your heels and being so against it, what the fuck is your problem? Just fucking get the fuck out. Really. I don't know why TJ... Look, I'm glad that TJ decided to include the fans in this decision-making process. I am glad, okay? But I really hope that he doesn't listen to all the people who are just being retarded about this, okay? Again, look... I understand if you disagree, go ahead and disagree, but seriously, I urge you to vote yes. I urge you to give the show a chance, and I urge TJ and Ben to actually, instead of killing DP, and I'm not the first person to say this, turn the Drunken Peasants into a brand, into a network. Okay? Instead of just one show, turn it into a network, have the new DFF podcast under it, right? Let that podcast be run by TJ, and then let whatever Drunken Peasants original go on, or let it be Drunken Peasants Plan B, or what the fuck ever, okay? and let that continue. And that way, instead of, oh, there's creative differences, let's end everything now, how about, oh, there's creative differences, let's expand things, right? Let's give each person on each side of this their own creative outlet, right? Let's have Drunken Peasants East, Drunken Peasants West, and add Drunken Peasants Canada at some point also, just to fucking piss off Scotty. I'll run Drunken Peasants Canada, okay? No, I won't. I wouldn't even if they wanted me to, because I would not be able to fucking... Never mind. Forget I said that, okay? Just understand what I'm trying to say here, okay? This doesn't need to be the end. And everybody who thinks it does, everybody who's willing to just go along with this and say, yeah, okay, it's dead, it's over, whatever, stop it, okay? It doesn't need to be that way. So, yeah. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna continue to watch classic episodes of the Drunken Peasants religiously, because let's face it, at this point, the Drunken Peasants are my religion. I'm going to watch the DFF podcast. I'm going to continue to watch Ben Pie. I'm going to continue to watch the Arscast. I'm going to continue to support each person involved in no matter what they do. And I'm just going to sit here and hope that they all continue to create content, because that's all I really care about. I don't care if it's different. I just care that it's there, okay? I want more content, and I will be happy with any new content I get out of any of the 4 Drunken Peasants or any of the extended peasants, okay? That's what I have to say. If you disagree with me, then you can argue with me in the comments, okay? If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up, and go vote in TJ's poll, okay? Until next time, piss the fuck off, you faggots. You disgusting, worthless pieces of shit. Okay? You fuckers, subscribe. I'm tired of arguing about this, really, okay? Because I know I'm right, and everybody else needs to know that I'm right.